Good evening. I return to these lands. It is a cool and quiet Monday. Let's see. Who's thundering down the door to get here? Of course, there's Black Fox. Hello, Black Fox. Good to see you. Maple bacon baked beans. Not just fun to eat, fun to say. Speaking of fun to say, I'm quiet. That's not what I like to hear. Hang on. There we go. How about that? How about that? Little kobold, big voice. Get this potion opened here. All right. Good, good, good. Much better, much better. All right. Well, you'll see I have actually, I've got my little comic stats back up to 345 pages. 345 pages of the entire comic. So that'd be like 172 pages double-sided. So, not bad. Still on chapter 5, and today we're still working on page 44. We're working on this on Thursday, and I'm having so much fun with it. I actually went back and redid a few lines. So, get swarmed by cats. Cats are wonderful. They're like tiny dragons. They're characterful, and they are adorable, and I love them. Unless they bite me, and then they're kind of mean. Music's loud. Well, we just cannot please anyone today, can we? Whoop. Let's bring that down a tad. All right, much better. Bring it down to a nice minus 35. I am much louder than that, so we'll definitely get in through there. Okay, much better. All right. How's the volume? Volume good now? Volume good? Yeah. All right. Everyone loves the volume. Yes, we are doing page 44. This is not the current page or the page that'll be coming out next. This is actually a few months from now. But very good. We actually had a new page coming up today. So that was cool. The page for the Bottled Up is what it was called. Introducing Hiroko's coping mechanic and how terrible it is for her. But there we go. And we'll be getting a little bit more into her story as well within the next few pages, as may have been seen already. So let's just start with her little nose here. She's still blitzed as blitz can be. Do-do-do. Been experimenting a little bit with her expressions, especially while she's super drunk, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. Might come back to her eyes because I kind of went a little bit more toony with her eyes in this instance than I normally do. I found my drawing glove. I was actually looking for that for a little bit, and it definitely makes things easier. It cleans the screen of my magic rectangle. How could you forget about Corn Maze? Oh my god. The Corn Maze was great. Yeah, it did change her pose a bit here. I wasn't really happy doing like the back and forth that I had originally. So I played around a little bit, and I came up with a pose that I liked a little bit more. And there we are. She's got her little shirt. I say little shirt. It's a big, oversized shirt. Someone once suggested that I draw her and Kisuke wearing the a get along shirt. I was like, oh, that'd be hilarious if I didn't I didn't want to. All right. There we go. It is interesting because I'm trying to experiment with different poses and do things that are somewhat outside my comfort zone. Because, honestly, like this panel, easy for me. Like this isn't difficult. This is definitely some of my regular stuff. So, doing something different, so it was more interesting to me anyway. Ah, the corn maze. They are. The incantations have been made. The sacrifices have been culled, and now the corn maze rises again, like Dracula's castle once every 100 years. An intrepid band of corn maze slayers will have to go out and end its cruel, cruel mistreatment of our mortal selves. Just making up a new arc for next chapter. Corn maze conundrum. Oh, yeah, I am jumping the gun, aren't I? Absolutely. First, the initial structure has to be put together, and then the sacrifice in order to blaspheme the ground to the point where it can be used as the unholy corn maze. I just, culturally, I just forget. I forget these things. Let me get a little more angle on her eyes because in this scene, she's a little grouchy. She's not like mad, but she's kind of grouchy. Drunk grouchy. Where are we at on the Chrono Trigger today? Oh, Chrono Trigger, this is for the final battle. I think this is when you're fighting Lavos after, is it after World Revolution? I think it is. It's been a gnome's age since I've actually played that game again. What a great villain. What a great villain. Like, better than most JRPGs, because instead of the villain being just like, I am Duke Ersatz, and I decree that I shall take immortality from the gods. Instead of that, it's this creature that has lived in the planet for a long time and it's going to destroy it. Oh, nice. I like it when there's a big twist. What a twist. Oh, maybe that's the expression I'm looking for. Why aren't you erasing? You should be erasing. That's something you should do. Oh, okay, you were just on the wrong layer. I mean, that's technically that's what I'm going for. That emotion. Just that. Yeah, I think I tweeted it before, but Drunk Hiroko is not only fun to draw, but she's fun to write for. Is there a reason that all this stuff is way less? Yeah, it's like a dark gray instead of black. That's kind of what I was not wanting to do. Okay, well, that explains a lot, actually. Once again, I have scuppered my own drawing. Well, let's do the magic undo tool. Beepity beep 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 boop boop boop. Yeah, she's a little angry. All right. Aggravating, but that's what I get for not locking all my other frickin' layers. Yeah, that's the sketch I did. So, lock. And this is literally nothing. So, that. Okay. And just for fun, we're going to lock that one and we're going to lock that one. So, now we're going to be drawing on the correct layer. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's get that schnoz again. That's a bit of a dainty nose. Go. All right. Maybe a little fang. Yeah, we'll do fang. That's kind of her thing. I was very surprised. Honest to Tiamat, I actually put together a page coming up here in the near future that has a wide establishing shot and then comes into a close-up shot like a real scene. I'm as shocked as you are. Pineapple, thank goodness. All right. Let's try this again, and we are on the correct layer this time. Layers are amazing, but they're also one more thing I have to think of because I don't have enough of that. Nope. New Futurama episode. Fantastic. I didn't know when they were going to start putting those out, but that is a lovely series that I love, and it is wonderful. It's like I'm torn between every character ever being my favorite and Bender. And the answer is obviously Bender. There we go. Is that what I'm trying to convey there? There we go. In fact, today I just used that. Oh wait, you're serious. Let me laugh harder. So it must have cosmically been. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? What am I doing with my life? Come on. Spent all this time drawing to not get eaten by a cube slime, and I can't draw worth a darn today? That seems to be the case. Seems to be the case for old Fabian Zib. There we go. That's better. Oh yeah, the answer is always Bender. I mean, there's also a very close second with Dr. Zoidberg. I'm helping. I'm having a wonderful time. The president is choking on my gas bladder. What an honor. Okay, that's better. Well, now she looks deranged. That wasn't what I was going for at all. I want to do that expression. No, that looks more disgusted. That looks more disgusted. I'm gonna. It doesn't fit the line that I have intended for her. Maybe I should. It's kind of a snotty little expression, isn't it? Oh, well, if they're swarming you, that means they like you. That's good. I have not been swarmed, but I definitely get approached by our cat all the time. She has lots of little phrases that she says. She's very, very cute. She's also, I think, 18. Had her since she was a kitten. Oh, maybe if I adjust the eyebrow, maybe that'll be better. Man, this is still my favorite. Like, Blake Robinson, if you ever listen to this, you blew it away with this. Just such a good piece. So pretty. Hi. Well, hello. Have you joined the stream, my boy? It appears the dog has joined me. Hi. I'm way up here in the chair. Hi. I can't ride you. Your leg is hurt. Yeah. It's okay. You gonna hang out with me? Yeah. Just a good boy. Sorry, I have a dog here. Dog takes priority. Regular stream, regular stream. Yeah, that's the controller. That's for later. He's a good boy. If you want to lay down, that's cool. You can lay down right next to me. Yeah. He's a good boy. Yeah. No, there's nothing under the desk for you. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back to drawing. Sorry, I love this dog. I guess, sorry, not sorry. I love this dog. Oh, there should be a dog cam. The cat is never near me when I need her. I'll be on the couch, watching TV or playing a game or something, and that's when she chooses to be like, "Well, I am going to be in your lap," and that's fine. But she also does it when I'm trying to draw. It's just when I'm on the couch at my magic rectangles in my lap, and it's just like I can't draw and cat at the same time, which I'm sure she is very aware of. It's true, I'm not doing Tunic. I am doing art. Let me scoot that over. Lord have mercy if this stream is ever inaccurate in any way. I don't know what I would call this expression, but I really like it. Like she's got the one eyebrow up. The other mouth shape that I was, because she's kind of making a pithy comment. The other mouth shape I had was that. But I think we will keep a little sassy fang and everything. I saw a brush that did the stitching, and I was just like, oh, well, this is just perfect. I don't have to draw anymore at all. I like that her tail has gotten longer. It's more fun to draw. Oh, well, you know, I've been going through Tunic without any kind of guide or anything like that, just kind of exploring it. It's a beautiful game. It's definitely one of those things where it's like, yes, the game will tell you, you know, when you're not in the right spot, so no worries. I just play them to enjoy them. Getting this wrinkling down on the shirt. I find it odd that this shirt is clearly for a race of people that have tails, and yet there's no, like, tail allowance. Some butt here. I love Chrono and Marley's theme. It's so innocent. All right. Little dipstick tail. Doop-de-doo. Meep. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I'll discover some of that stuff on my own, so I appreciate it. But yeah, we'll find that stuff out as we go. I do think the little guy will look cute in a gas mask, though. Okay. You know, this doesn't work. Not the way I want it to. I think what... Oh, okay. I see what I can do. One of the things about developing this comic has been trying to accommodate for, like, chibi bodies. And a lot of the time I have to adjust proportions and adjust how things look. But I've gotten better at finding ways of doing that without, like, scrapping the whole drawing and redoing it, so. All right. Pillow. I am quite enjoying Tunic, though. I'm enjoying it, playing it on stream enough that I actually haven't touched it since that, like, normally with a lot of these games, I kind of want to keep playing it just in my downtime, but really been enjoying just playing it on stream, so that's been fun. All right, get those big old ears. I think Hiroko's ears have grown about 6 times since I first started the comic. She got big old fennec ears now. Maybe somebody in her family was more of a fennec style critterkin. Here we are. There we go. All right. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Definitely better than it was. Oh, I see the sneaky entrance of Project Kyle. Hey, Kyle, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Oh, there, your theme just played. There you go. It was as meant to be. Good to see you. We are working on page... I believe my stats are up there still. We're working on page 44 of chapter 5 right now. I actually got a bunch of pages sketched out. Had a very slow day last week, and I was able to get a lot of pages sketched out, which was great. Oh, sweet. I've been meaning to be more into Star Rail. When it first came out, I was just like, oh, this is neat. It was science fiction-y, and I was pretty into it. But like any kind of MOBA style game, I always end up dropping it at some point. not MOBA, but larger kind of open world games. I'm not defining things well today. I'm sorry. I pushed my tiny mower around the yard, and every bubble I pushed cut that lawn a little bit further. So let it not be said that my bubble mower did not do that. I do like Star Rail. Yeah, there's only so much time in the day for all those anime waifus. It's funny going to conventions and seeing like there's a lot of Genshin stuff out now, and I know some of them like the. Ironically enough, the one I like the most is the main character, the female main character, Lumine. Um, I just think she's adorable, and it's like the other ones are they're pretty, but Lumines get just the cutest. So that's how that goes. I'm sure I could get this a little bit more detailed if I wanted to. I mean, she's got the short little bob haircut. It's almost like a sundress, what she's wearing. She's always smiley. She's just cute as a button. But who knows? There could be like 8 million other characters like that by now. There we go. We're talking about the waifu collecting game, Genshin Impact. It's a free-to-play game made by, oh gosh, what company is it? Can't recall. Hey, Dynamic Cat. Oh, Candace. Okay. I get it. I support this. You are still welcome in these lands. Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty good, I have to say. I like how Dynamic Cat's theme is playing now that they're here. There we go. But yeah, Genshin's actually pretty fun. It's really fun with a controller, I will say. I tried the touch controls on the Magic Rectangle. Was not super happy about it. Okay, I don't know why I grabbed the line segment when I was clearly still trying to draw, but no, whatever. Techno rock with a bit of dubstep. Not a bad choice. I just had an idea. Yeah, touch works for some stuff. I think the only time I've really accepted the touch controls for a game on the old Magic Rectangle was classic RPGs like Dragon Quest. Which I am shocked to say, you are not a dragon in Dragon Quest. I kind of feel like I was a little bit misled when I first looked into these games, but they seem pretty okay, so I'll give them a shot. To the game is this. Listen to it. It is really good. All right, so I like the progression here. I think the weakest one is that middle frame, the top right. There's something about it that's just, I mean, I think it's just the line depth is a little bit chunkier. Actually, you know what? There is literally a tool for this. There's literally a tool. Thank you, Clip Studio, for having tools that I never use. There we go. Adjust line width. There we go. So that's one of the nice things about Clip Studio is that they have all these little different tools that I completely forget about all the time. Oh, that's not the right one. And a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. That's better. This sure beats redrawing it. Yeah, this is the song that plays when you're in your time machine. I love it. The epoch, or epic. I really need to start looking at Procreate. I do love Clip Studio for comic production, but I feel like it has a ways to go when it comes to just regular illustration. You were telling me about that before. I should really try it again. I have it on this magic rectangle. La, la, la. Ooh. Oh, Chrono Trigger. There we go. Yeah, this helps a bit because, like I said, I don't want to redraw the damn thing. But it's so much nicer to just adjust the line width and fix it up. And of course, if I ever go too far, like there, I can just undo. But yeah, if you're seeing the little green doodah pop up there, that is what that is. That is my line width adjustment tool. And it just automatically adjusts the line width by a rate that I define. And I think right now it's just adjusting it by, like 0.6 millimeters at a time. So it's very gradual. But it definitely makes a difference. Especially when you're doing stuff like fingers, which typically should be much more subtle lines, much thinner lines, at least in my opinion, since they're more delicate and they move a little bit more. Okay. That's the thumb mark there. Okay, how's that? Okay, I'm already liking that way more. Yeah, I'm already way more enjoying that piece. Okay. Again, just did not want to redraw it. I'm lazy, and that is what Clip Studio is all about. Making you as lazy as possible. Yeah, I'm going to reestablish this line a bit because it's a little broken. Oh, you know what? I think I put that in as a placeholder. Because I was going to make it a little more wrinkly. Like it's a big long shirt. Some of these I can reestablish a little bit, but other than that, I think that the line adjustment has been very good. You do an adventure in time. You met people you liked. You met people you didn't. Those fingers are a little off kilter here. Boodly doodly 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 doot. For anybody wondering, the sound effects are completely normal and required. I don't make the rules. Not usually. Yeah. Boss battle. Oh crap, a boss already. We don't have any potions. We're gonna die anyway. Okay. All right. Oh, everybody quieted down. I started drawing and everyone's just like, no talking. That's okay. Everybody got stuff going on. Black Fox has some beans that he's enjoying. From what I understand, they are not only a fruit, but they are also musical. And Dynamic Cat, I'm sure, is just out there being dynamic. I'm sure that's what they do. Oh, you know what? I have completely ignored the fact that she has a thumb in there. Okay, yeah, there. Oh, yeah, sound effects are absolutely required. I mean, I use them in my day-to-day life. I mean, if I'm trying to slide past somebody, it's definitely like a whoop or whoop. I believe these are all the accepted sounds that human society has given me. Yeah, there's just something about this hand. It's just not working right. I think I need to make the grip shallower. Yeah, that's what we needed. Kind of looks like a face hugger's like climbing out of the blanket. So, no, that's not going to get out of my head. Oh, Gato's theme. Gato is the least important thing in the game, aside from giving you like a battle tutorial. And yet, he has this rad theme. He sounds like a feudal lord at a feast. Key change. Chanting is nice too. Black Fox, I was going to mention, I thought of you while I was playing it, but in my spare time I have picked up playing Remnant from the Ashes. Have you ever played that one? I know the sequel just came out, but the first one was on sale on Steam. And that's one thing about Fabian Zeb. We like sales. Paying full price for games is difficult. I need to take a vote from the chat. Do we keep the googly eyes on the wine bottle? Part of me wants to leave it on there because I think it's funny. Yeah, it's a hard game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on normal difficulty and it's really kicking my butt. Ah, yeah, the rocket cycle race. I mean, this is the thumbnail. I mean, this is absolutely the thumbnail for this particular comic. We'll keep them. Why not? It's gonna fly in the face of all those comics that just cannot have googly eyes. Isn't that right, Kyle? Yeah, I'm really liking these 3 panels. They worked out really good. Ooh. Dish girl. It does look like he's saying ooh. Yeah. It's a great message for this comic. Alcohol is for the inside boo-boos. And I've completely forgotten. Isn't that the case? It's like it's it's there. It's there. You're not gonna unsee it. Um I keep forgetting the scene that I've drawn. Okay, I'm not crazy. I was just like, didn't her headboard have like slats? Like it's vertical, or is it just one big solid line? It's like, you know what? It's not one big solid line. But yeah, Black Fox Remnant is a very difficult game, but I think it's a little less unforgiving than like Dark Souls. Um, because I really don't mind dying in Remnant as much as I do in Dark Souls. Like in Dark Souls, there's always a cost. Like there's the why am I not using a line tool? Big blue idiot. Um, that's better. Because there's no real penalty for death in Remnant, at least not in normal. Um, I don't see any specific um, punishment for dying. It's really more just like you get thrown back to the I mean, let's call it what it is, the bonfire. Um, and I mean, you still have all of your scrap, you still have all of your materials, you still have everything. You have all your experience. Um, oh, her tail's there. Okay, good. I didn't need to put it there then. It is Dark Souls with guns, but I think it leans a little more heavily on the guns than on the Dark Souls, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think the only frustration I have is the absolute ridiculous hordes of enemies. And they start that out with you in like the first dungeon. Those little potato men, the little blobby things that run at you with axes. Like they always send like 9 of them at you. Like I counted once, and I was just like, "There's like 9 of these things," and they're easier to kill, of course. But later on, I'm in Room, the desert planet thingy, and they have the analog to that, which are these spindly looking. They look like Stolas from Hell of a Boss, but way less like slender. And they come at like 9 at a time, and they just wreck you. And it's occasionally it's very silly. It's gotten a little bit easier since I got a machine gun. I built it out of a dragon's heart. I was a little torn on it, but it was a dragon made out of wood. So, not like a real dragon. Like, I mean, it was kind of a real dragon. It was like a wicker dragon, but yeah. So, okay, so let's jump on down to where are we going? Where are we going? Going up? Going down? Going left? Going right? Don't move layers. Where? There you are. All right, good deal. Boop. Oh, the explodey ones. There's always an explodey one. There's the little potato guys and the little screamer dude. And then later on, there's the same thing. It's like a radiation thing instead of a spore thing. Was the dragon flammable? It was breathing fire. At the time, I didn't have any fire weapons. I just had my coach gun, and I think I just had my pistol. Yeah, I think it was just the pistol. But Okay, well, now I've established that she is on her tummy, so I have to kind of reinvent how she's sitting here. Change one thing, change all the things, changing things for me. All right. There we go. I have a few folks who joined, so hey, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. If you have anything that you'd like to say, feel free. We're pretty laid back here, so anything you want to join in or contribute to the conversation, feel free. We're just drawing my webcomic trap finders here. And wow, I didn't want to try to Bob Ross that, but cannot imitate greatness. She's gonna have those flat, flat eyelids. She's definitely going to be giving it like the listen here, you son of a bitch. That kind of vibe. Oh, she's a little small. Let's bring her up a little bit. That's better. A little bit more of a head. Something else about Clip Studio that I love is just being able to turn and move things. I think I've been able to like tilt heads and move shoulders way easier with Clip Studio than I have with other programs. Oh, excuse me. Oh, long day. Good day, though. Good day. All right, so here's your little collar. You did the thing. Yeah, I did. I did do a little victory song to this, didn't I? Oh, let's make her ears perk up. Whip. I will say, Black Fox, that now that I have that pistol that has a flamethrower attached to it, everything is flammable if you are, stubborn enough. You beat the guy. You won the thing. Diddly-doo, diddly-dee-dee. You're very good at killing the enemies and taking all of their stuff. Oh, you know what? I'll foof her hair over her eye. Making all kinds of design choices. Foof. There we go. Yeah, I was actually... that little song came out... It was a bunch of streams ago, but that little song came out of me while I was just drawing, and I was like, oh my god. Didn't even intend for that. That's just makes me laugh. There's a little arm. She's got the one ear that's kind of askew. World Revolution. It's one of those things where, I mean, the music was obviously a huge focus in this game, but I think one of the things I love the most about it is that it makes battles feel important. I mean, this feels like the culmination of your entire journey to fight Lavos and save the world. Come on, vaguely Akira Toriyama Dragon Ball style, protagonists. Let's save the world. It's something that we can totally do. There we go. Okie dokie. Yeah. Looking good so far. All right. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I do love coming up with new poses and changing things up because it really does. Well, it affects my mood definitely because it's like, no, this is great. Then it's just like, garbage. I have to I have to accommodate for that now. This is the humble Fabian Zib theme. He is so great. He's also so humble. He is the greatest guy. And let's not forget googly eyes going, ooh. Ooh. It's Baby and Zip, and he's gonna come to your house. He's gonna probably eat all your snacks and try to escape all your snacks. That one didn't really work out as well as I'd hoped it would, but really true to life. I will come to your house, I will eat all of your snacks, and I will leave. This is the reptite den, isn't it? The Tyranno lair, yes. 65 million BC, you fight a race of sentient dinosaur people. I would think that you were the bad guy at that point. Okay. The Golds have a favorite snack. I mean, aside from gnome, lightly fried gnome. Not the deep fried stuff. They're fatty enough as it is. But if you can't get gnome, good snack. I wouldn't call it a favorite, but there was one that I had once that was halfway decent, but it was from somebody. Somebody had a trip to Brazil. And they came back to the office and they had a box of fried ants, and it was different. It was super different. Trail mix though, oh man, trail mix will hit the spot. Do I dare attempt to get? I'm trying to get her to do her little pointy thing because I think that's funny. She's got her little spirit gun kind of pose here. If I can get it to work, I'd love to. But it might just be one of those poses that doesn't work out for me. You know what? The thumb is making that a little bit less fluid. I'm just going to tuck it in and see how that looks. Oh, you know what, Dynamic Cat? I do know kobolds, they do have a favorite snack, and it is Tim Tams. Oh my god, Tim Tams. Whew, Tim Tams. Black Fox, have you ever had Tim Tams? I would think they'd be a little more readily available up there than down here, but I don't know. Yes, Tim Tams are my jam. Only just recently started seeing them here too, in the last few years. Mocking me. Eat all these Fabians? Like, I would, but then you'd have to roll me around. Okay. I think this is where... You know what I might do, actually? We're going to grab this. We're going to grab this little hand. And I'm going to scoot you away. No, not that part. The actual sketch. There we go. Huh? Tim Tams are a delicious cookie, if you can even call them that, that are from Australia. And I don't know how else to describe them, but just like amazing. They come in like 8 million different flavors. They're just delicious. It's a popular, I guess the Tim Tam Slam is a popular thing where they'll bite off the top and the bottom of the Tim Tam, then they'll use it as a straw to drink their coffee all in one go. Kind of like when you're eating licorice and drinking a soda, and you're like, wait a minute, this is straw-like. And then you use the licorice as a straw. And then you get diabetes. Actually, I might like this one. I might like this even better. And bonus, the thumb is obscured. You know me, I love to obscure thumbs because they're a pain in the butt to draw. You mammals and your multiple fingers. This one does look funnier, I will say. They're kind of like that. I mean, they're flat cookies, but people will they're covered in chocolate. Um, so people will bite off the tops and bottoms and use them as a straw, kind of. Um, it's hard to explain, but they are still amazing. And I can't have too many of them, like I said. Otherwise, I become a very round kobold, and I have to be rolled around. I don't want to do that anymore. Actually, I'm going to make that hand a little bigger. Thank you, anime cons, for teaching me that hands need to be bigger. That's too big. That was a normo. Just a little bigger, just to make it even recede it into the cuff a little bit. There we go. And that finger could actually probably get a little... Yeah, it's definitely way too long. Much better. Okay. Folks, I think we have a comic here. Okay. And the best part is, I'm not done. Now I have to ink it. I think that was something that Fred... was it Fred Perry? No, not Fred Perry. was Fred Gallagher. I can't remember who the artist for Mega Tokyo was, but the kind of hallmark of his style was that he didn't ink. He just like finalized his sketchwork. Um, and it must have worked a trick for him because I mean they published books. I just like the crisp lines a little too much. But let's put up a new layer there. Let's lock off that sketch. I don't want to draw on that anymore. And let's hop over to inking it. Actually, I think the only thing I'll do with this before I lock it for good is drop the opacity so it's easier to ink. There we go. Keep it up a little higher so it stands out from the previous layer that I tried to put down. Oh man, I'm craving Tim Tams. That was a bad idea. Talk about Tim Tams. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. You guys think Kyle got a really good draw in Genshin? Like he got a good banner and he got that drop rate, that 0.01% drop rate. So he's got like the best character now. I bet that's the case. He's going to come back to the stream hair whitened with shock. Like he's aged 10 years in a day. I can't believe I pulled waifu number 4,762. To be fair, I would do the same thing. This is just another theme. You're traveling outside. It's all so far ago, and everything is old in this no time. Oh, she just looks sad. Well, Black Fox, I honestly, I will pray for you. I'll pray that they come your way. I hope Tiamat blesses you with Tim Tams. Oh dang. Well played. Save it up for that banner. Everyone needs a powerful mermaid. I thought that was a given. I mean, there we are. Do I want to do the little mouth or do I want to do the big? I kind of like the big mouth for her. There we go. I mean, that would be a shirt for me. Best character in all of Chrono Trigger. He's green and he's small, and he likes to hop around. His name is Frog, and he will kill you with his big old sword. Stupid Frog being the best character. Awesome, and I love him. Get in there, Zib. Come on, man. Like I said, I really need to make like a redeem or like a an emote or something that's just like zoom in, idiot. Oh yeah, another good track. People get confused, and I'm like, no, the sitar features very prominently in Chrono Trigger, and they're just like, the what? I'm like, the sitar. It's a Middle Eastern instrument. It's really cool. It makes a really cool sound. It's like the most metallic guitar you could have. I think that hand is a little too big. Excuse me. Woo. I think that sleeve is still throwing me off a little. I think we need to make it drop a little bit. There we go. That's better. I mean, it's one of those things where you get too close to something and you start second guessing it. Come on, eraser. Worst part is that it's in a pose that I can't. It's a left hand, so I can't I can't model it. That's okay though. I think the fingers just need to come in a little bit, so we'll just use a select and move because I don't need to redraw those. So Fabian Zid doesn't redraw until he does constantly. Then I can shorten that finger again. Oh, the singing mountain. I remember songs in this game like other people remember chapters of books. Let's revert and see how it looks. Might be something I need to stop messing with because I'm just going to make it worse. I will flatten the hand out a bit back in the back here. It just seems like it is a little too big, but I don't want to mess too much with the structure. Because hands are hard enough. Why make them more difficult? A lesson from Fabian Zip. Don't make hands difficult. Oh, yeah, I could model it. That wouldn't be too hard. I mean, there's that uncomfortable snapping noise that the wrist makes, but, you know, after a couple of weeks, it stops hurting. No, it's one of those things you just kind of have to extrapolate off of your right hand and just go from there. But no big deal. It's still better than it was. The finger gun wasn't doing it, so that's cool. I'm happy with the accusatory point at the wine bottle with the googly eye. Still think this expression is like one of those. Listen here to me, you son of a bitch. There you go. There you go. All right. Her eyelashes are in the absolute wrong spot, but you know, everyone has 4 sets of eyelashes, right? Gotta get that fang in there. Who is she without her fang? That fang is really rounded off. It just looks like a goiter. There we go. This is kind of ridiculous because I usually start with the face. And like I feel like I've neglected it to this point. The one time her ears are alert is when she's like completely drunk. Hair's too high. Hair's too low. Drawing Hiroko's hair is like trying to land an airplane on an aircraft carrier in Top Gun. Let's try this again. We'll close the other eye, I think. Nah, just looks unnatural. Now this is good. This is good adventuring in the jungle music. Oop, I've dropped my wand. There we are. Reposition. Here's a question. Hey, Project, what do you, where's your favorite place to draw? Do you draw on the couch? Do you draw at a desk? When you're drawing, are you like on the couch or like watching TV? Or do you have like a dedicated space slash setup that you do for drawing? Just a curious question from another artist. One of my favorite things to like kind of watch is in art magazines. You'll see occasionally some artists will have their setups and their studios and stuff in there, and I always think they're just so fantastically interesting. And it's always fun to check out. And you guys hear that? I think I heard a fluttering of wings. Oh, there it is. There's Corvus. I see you in there. You snuck in here. How's it going, man? A fine evening to you. We are enjoying a spate of drawing drunk Hiroko. She has a wine bottle that she's been having a conversation with for the last, I think, 3 pages at this point. And it has googly eyes on it. And as Dynamic Cat had pointed out, it does make it look like he's going, ooh. So it's become one of my favorite things now. And of course with the background score by the Blake Robinson Orchestra. All Chrono Trigger, all the time. Ooh. Project. Living it like a true artist. 100%. That is a fine setup. Any teacher would be just like, well, you should use a spot that's ergonomically supportive of your back and lumbar. Nah, man. If you can draw comfortably in a recliner and there is a drink involved, yes, a fine way of going about it. You have my blessing, sir. The only time I was ever actually, I would say I was tipsy, because I wasn't fully drunk, because I remember everything. But the only time I was drinking while drawing, I was at a company function in Australia. That's another story, but it was funny because I was drawing a scene for Trap Fighters. I had some downtime, so I was drawing some comic pages. And I finally figured out how I was going to do a page. And in fact, I think it was one of the showdown with Lord Sirius in Chapter 4 pages. But I finally figured it out while I was tipsy. And I kept walking up to people that I worked with, like, "No, see, I figured this out," and they were like, "Well, that's really awesome. You okay?" I was totally fine, but it was just one of those funny things. Yes, you should be relaxed when you're drawing. Absolutely. In fact, I don't like everything he says, but Scott Kurtz, who does the PvP webcomic, he had said something like, just find that place that's comfortable to draw. Because if you can draw in the weirdest, possible configuration, but it's still comfortable to you, you're going to do good work there. So, not that you were looking for advice, but there you go. Free advice from Fabian Zeb. Which is actually from another artist entirely. And not Fabian Zeb. All kinds of caveats today. Yes, working full-time definitely takes a bite out of the drawing schedule, so wanting to have a relaxing time drawing is a very good idea. This headboard is not being my friend today. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Smacking the mic. I like how the unused sketch hand is just like, this is where the bottle is. She's like, I'm corroborating this. Okay, color wheel. Jesus. This color wheel it's taken over my life, man. Jeez. Chill out, color wheel. We will get to you. I don't need to bore these fine folks with me coloring. I'd rather bore them with me inking. Okay, now we're just getting silly. Let's stop that. Nope, it's not there. All right. And actually, let's do those. We're gonna do those bed slats with the line tool because you know what? We have a line tool. Got shaky claws. There we go. Not a favorite holiday mascot, shaky claws. And we need a little hint of that candle that we had in the last shot there. It's all right. Only the finest trained individuals can detect when our good friend Corvus is among us. He's a fine infiltrator. And you know what? Just a really nice guy. Just going to go ahead and say I'm going to make a controversial statement there. All right, dude. All right. This might be the most conversation one has had with a wine bottle Um, at least in this comic. So, and yeah, it's going to make me have to resketch that one. So, just gonna do head down. Well, that dog needs to not do that. That's very rude. It's inconsiderate. So upstairs dog, I'm going to need you to write a formal apology to everybody. And you know what? We're going to have you go ahead and sign it, and it'll be part of your performance review. I'm sorry, upstairs dog. It's just, we can't have you knocking out the internet. It's rude. I think maybe if I do a shot from the side instead of a shot from above. Oh, yes. Our dog has what has been referred to as a Class 5 danger booty. Big poofy tail like that is just asking for stuff to get knocked off tables. Actually, why bother with eyes? Hair in there. Oh, I do love old dogs. They're very sweet. There you go. There's a classy shot. There's a classy devil in the bottle, very reminiscent of Tony Stark shot. I don't know if this shot is in that comic. I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to. But that is an hour and 25 minutes that we have spent on this here page, and this here page is just about done. So hopefully by Thursday, I will have a different page here for you. But yeah, we made some really good progress tonight. I think the only, funny enough, I think the only panel that survived the original drawing that we did was this one on the top left, because it's hilarious and I love it. Woo! But yeah, we fixed this one up quite a bit, and then we redid this one entirely, and I absolutely think this is a way better drawing. Redid this, and now we'll have this to redo. But yeah, so super happy with this page. This is page 44. And we are currently, I think, on page 37 of chapter 5, something along those lines. So we're working ahead. It's super nice. Oh, God, Ayla's theme. I love Ayla. She's my favorite character. Cave girl kicks butt. Cave girl kicks butt. Yeah. So very cool. Oh, she's hurt her tail. Dogs with hurt tails is a crime. A sophisticated gentleman, absolutely. All right. Just kind of sitting back and looking at it and going, yeah. Just nice when it comes together like that. So, all right, magic rectangle. I believe we're going to have you save and take a break. because after we've drawn, well, you know what that means. That means my music is going to step back for a bit, and then I'm going to smack the microphone a few times. Pow! Take that, microphone. How dare you be in front of me when I'm doing things? Alrighty, doodle. Oh, moving to Tunic, moving to whatever I want. I think what I'd like to do, if at all possible, is I would like to switch over to gaming mode. Whatcha? Yes. Super fast. You can't catch me. You can't catch me. Wapa wapa. See? Can't catch me. We will be moving to Tunic shortly. I think I am ready for a rematch in our favorite pseudo board game, pseudo card game, Armello. I am probably going to get my butt kicked. But we will find out. Mini players, step back. I'm still in the art portion. Hey, let's move to gaming mode. Ooh. There we go. Oh, good night, Project. Good to see you. Hope to see you again soon. Hope your comic's doing well. Don't neglect it for really fun, interesting streams. Or do that. That's fine too. Okay. I'm going to see if I can't get... Hello. Hello. Armello. There you are. Wait. Now you're... Oh, there we go. Okay, gosh. A twist run? You know what? I'll do it. I'll do a twist. I'll do a twist because I do like twists. Let's see. Okay, let me put this in a window. Put this in a window. Full screen. Ooh, windowed. Yay. Much better. Okay. I have noticed that I am not able to speak when I'm in full screen mode. All right, let's get this party started. Let's get window Armilo. Yes, excellent. Yeah, it's a good game. It can be very angry. But it is a good game, I will say. They really did know what they were doing. Let's fit that to the screen. Let's make it a little bigger. Or we could make it bigger. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Snap to the screen. My good sir. There we go. And now let's just center that. Zoop. All right. There we go. Let's play some Armello. And I have already said I will play a twist run, so we are going to see how well I do with that. I have played twist maybe 3 or 4 times. But she's so good. She's just a cute little squirrel. Look at her. The acorn sword gets me every frickin' time. I love it so much. Love it. All right. And she's got wits 6. Yeah, she's really less about fighting and more about, like, getting away. So, anything else I should do with her loadout, I wonder? Doubles income by settlements. Oh. Oh, God, I forgot I had the Celestite ring. Well, yeah, that's happening. That's better than almost anything, really. I mean, being able to ignore the move penalties for mountains is awesome. Oh, God. Do I dare? Do I dare? My girl Griot's out there. So is Amber. Hargrave is annoying. Ah, you know what? Let's just do it. If we're gonna die, we're gonna die in style. Time to die in Armello. The fuzzy version of Game of Thrones. From wolf to bear, the clans declare the time has come to take the throne for rots creeping. It twists our king. Heroes rise, save our mellow. Let me know if the king's too loud. Yes, the king. I thought it was interesting. They have like a whole little novel about him. Okay. Wild Talisman. I've never been a big fan of the Wild Talisman, but it's good. Let's do Death on the Mountain. Oh, look at that. All right, what do we have? Oh, thank goodness. We have Throwing Axe. Hell. Shining Steel Sword. Gonna go ahead and equip you. Oh, see, this is the card that got played on me in one of the games I played, where I had 4 Spirit Stones. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go save the king, and then somebody stole my Spirit Stone. I was like, I hate this game. I love this game, but I hate this game. All right, twist. Oh, okay. I was worried I was gonna get a Bane. Yeah, I've always liked the bunnies, but they are just a different playstyle than I'm used to. I like to think that the major clans, like the rat, the wolf, the bear, and all that, they have the highest populations. I think all of the mercenaries are all kind of like, I guess you could call them minorities. But I would think squirrels would be probably part of the rat kingdom, but that'd be just me. Okay, we don't have a ton of magic either. Let's just do items. Ooh, teleport nearest Bane to pile. Ooh, I don't like that card at all. All right, 1, 2. Oh, there's a peril here. My bad. Steel. So I need a sword, a shield, and oh, just roll it. I got lots of wits. Probably gonna regret this, but give me a sword, give me a sword, give me a sword. Somebody give me a sword. Oh, I got it. Eat it, Hargrave. Your peril did not bother me. And now, we do. Oh, do we dare? I guess we'll give it a try. I don't think I got this. Nope. Yeah, I was way off. Damn. All right, no worries. Not a great turn for Twist. That's okay. Hey, Twist. Yes, I'm glad to see you. My parents were talking about scary things. That's a much more mature child than I thought. Wild Talisman. You know what? I'm way easier at winning wit challenges. Ooh. Hargrave just blasted that thing. Oh, man. Oh, man. I was hoping he was going to summon a Bane. Hang in there, Kingy. One of us will heal you or kill. Holy cow, how did Amber get 5 prestige already? Man, I should pay attention.
This should be interesting.
I like the combination of the animated portions being a lineless style. They just look so pretty. All right, where was my quest again? Oh, it's way over there. Okay, well, let's do one of these. Get that hit point back. And of course, there's a Bane here. Alright, I need a shield, a rot. I'm just gonna burn that stuff when I use it anyway. But let's see what we can get. moon, a shield. Got a moon, a shield. Now I need a lion. I'm not gonna get it. Well, poo. Okay. What? I took a town. Ooh, Simeon's arms. Marauder gauntlets. Ooh. I like... Oh, gain 1 rod. Sad. Hare's halberd. Oh, that's a classic one. The iron pike. Hare's halberd is 100% that. That is going on me. You ever see a squirrel with a halberd before? Now you have. Oh, you son of a bitch. Took my sword. Oh, Amber. Amber, honey. You just signed your death warrant. Man, oh man, Shevitz, that wasn't nice. Now I'm gonna have to start being a jerk to all you guys. Don't. Hargrave, come on, dingus. Leave me alone. Look at me, I'm adorable and tiny. Why would you do anything like this? Why would you? Why would you? Oh, God, why? Why would you do this? Oh, no. All right. And the rolls are garbage. Yep. 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 Shot me in the face. Alright, Hargrave's not my friend. Hargrave is not my friend. That is, unfortunate. Griot. What the heck, man? Get out of here. Go away. Shoot.
Darkness, heroes.
Veins are so cool that I really want them to attack all of it. Oh, great. Yeah. Everything I've got is just gonna throw me into some rot. Griot has how many hit points? 4? Well, you know what? I'm tired of being Mr. or Miss Nice Squirrel. Eat it. Can I not eat? I can't from my base, that's right. I'm gonna step out here and eat it. I can't afford that card. That's not cool. Okay. Well, then Moonbite. Eat it. And now I attack you. Hiya. I didn't see her balancing on her tail before. That's adorable. All right, you mean lady. Oh, great. None of this is good. And I don't think... Are my explodies back? Yes, they're back. And I've died again. Well, at least I'm not far from home. If you were looking for professional level Armello play, you have sadly walked into the wrong channel. That's okay, though. That's all right. That is all right. Do not mind. It's just a game. Seems like the last couple have been kind of stacked against me, though. Oops. Looks like we're not following around here. Should be. There you go. That's what you get. That's what you get, lady. Oh, and now you're in the forest and I can't see you. Oh, that's a little bad. Not my best twist run.
This day it is so.
Guards are actually doing something this time. Last game I played, they were not doing anything. Okay, guys, I'm gonna win. So I'm gonna save the king castle. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh, Griot is exposed. Shall I say? Because I make great ideas. Great choices. You know, Mellow. Do I have anything with an explodey? Just my height. Haha. A narrow victory, still a victory. Got like 1 hit point left. Great. I'll go to the mountains. Why not? I'm safer here. At least I believe so. I mean, Twist doesn't have a high attack, but she has a decent explode pool. So I'm kind of I was kind of hoping to, with most of those to take advantage of that. But now Hargrave's being a jerk, so that's cool. This is the kind of game that I do very well at when I am not playing it on stream, and then when I am playing it on stream, I do terribly. Because the game is just like, well. If it isn't the person who should be harangued for his own hubris. You believe you're okay at this game. Well, I'll tell you something, sir. You are not. You are both terrible at being a fat rat woman and for being a tiny squirrel girl. That's okay. It's still a fun game. It's still beautiful. Ooh, Adventures Kit. I love that. Alright. Now, is there a way that I can kill Hargrave without him hurting me? No. So I can either fight Hargrave, who has 4 hit points. I can fight this Bane, who has 3. The Bane probably has less of a chance of killing me. And I could probably survive. Nope, can't afford the card. Unfortunate. Alright. Alright, well, I guess we'll just fight. Otherwise, Hargrave will shoot us. He has his Overwatch thing. He will shoot you if you walk into a space adjacent to him. And then, of course, I will die. So, that is where we're at there. Alright, Twist. Come on, girl. Kill this mate. Okay. I said distinctly killed this Bane. I feel like maybe I was misunderstood there. A winged kobold, eh? And bird. I don't know if that would fit, really. All of the animals have been very, animal. They've been mostly terrestrial animals that you find here on Earth. Would be interesting, though. Would be interesting if they had a kobold of some kind. Funny enough, I do like League of Geeks, but I did not follow the development of Armello at all. I saw that the game was out, and I was like, oh, well, now I have to play this. That was several years ago. This is not art. This is Armello. It's very close. I misspelled it only slightly.
Yes, that will do nicely.
Hardest part about this game, too, is that when you are on the downward slope, it is not great. What about a spell card? Spell card. Oh, cool, Moonbite. That's a good spell. That is a good spell, actually. Oh, unfortunate. Would have been nice to... There we go. just gonna get that Spirit Stone because I need a win. I need something. Yeah, that makes sense why they didn't add her Black Box. I would have been in full support, but I do appreciate the theming that they have going on here. Ooh. Yep. See, and that's why I don't... Wow, that was a bad idea. Maybe her quest was there. I have no idea, but oh, man.
Arise, black beast.
I think the thing that surprises me most is that in the Mercenaries pack, they didn't have a cat. There are no cat characters aside from the king. I'd be very interested if they were to add, like, a tiger or even something like an ocelot. Something that's, like, relatively small and not harmless, but definitely not as dangerous. Spirit Stone. And it gets some life back. And who's there? Oh, it's a guard. I really don't want to do anything with that guy. How about we go to town and we just relax for a little bit? This town has a squirrel. Oh my god, leave me alone. I'm finally evading. That's interesting that they were going to add an Erd, though. Definitely an interesting idea. Steal. Oh, no. Okay, oh, it's the amber honey. Since I know I believe they've finished development on Armello. I don't think there's going to be any more DLC or anything. I wonder if they'll ever open it up to the workshop. I think that'd be kind of interesting if they did. Then people could create interesting DLC of their own. I only just was able to hear Griot when she was running. She's like, and now I love her more. Like, even though she's some murderous butcher rat, she still scurries like a regular rat.
And the kingdom shall know my rule.
I'm trying to think of who I've played previously that I do well with, and it's. I mean, Twists I've won occasionally. Griot once or twice. I think I've been a bigger fan of River. And for some reason her name escapes me, but the Shield Maiden. I've quite enjoyed playing her. And yeah, I guess we are just gonna. Going to go the same way either way, so I'm not sure what the point would be if I were to go the other way. So we'll go 1, 2, and Summon a Bane. No, a Spirit Stone. Okay, I'll take that. This is my little squirrel cackle. Oh, that's right, I'm -1 AP because Amber's a really cool lady. Okay, and. Cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of an easy target, unfortunately. And, you know, Twist is not an offensive character. That's okay, though. It's weird, I have it set to follow the other characters when it's their turn, but it seems to be not doing that every time. I have a feeling this one's going to end by prestige, and it's probably going to be Amber.
Bring me darkness.
He is already down quite a bit. At this, actually, if anyone were to fight him, he'd probably be doing pretty good. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, Amber, honey, we're both rodents. Can we find some common ground here? Apparently not. Apparently there is no common ground. But there was no common ground. Where could I go? 1, 2, 3. That's peril. 1, 2, 3. That's peril, but whatever. All right. Let's be annoying. All right. Oh, this is a spirit. Spirit quest. Okay. Well, and away we go. Go. Ah, dang it. Alright. Well, unfortunate, but not unforeseen. Okay, I was going to say, if it lands on a Bane, it should just close the game. Oh, man. Hello, everyone watching. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm Fabian Zib. I'm getting my butt handed to me in Armello. I'm not even playing against other people. This is just the computer, kicking my tail all over the place. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm having a good time. Just sitting here, watching a rat scurry across the screen. Feel free to drop a note in the chat. Say hi. Always happy to say hi to everybody. Yeah. So. You may have seen that I have 0 prestige. That's a strategy. It's not a good strategy, but it's a strategy. Oh, good. Yeah. There's a bounty on my head for all of the illegal things I'm doing, like living. Yeah, kill her. Kill her good. Ooh. Oh. He ain't going back to his pants. Damn. All right. So, Amber took the... Okay, cool. I wanted to move there, I guess. Amber took the other spirit stone that I had. Or that was waiting for me, because that's very cool of her. Can I do anything to her? Let's see. Let's just see. I've got a little bit of money, and I've got a little bit of spirit. Yes, I do. Okay, well... Oh, yeah, all my stuff's rotten now. Garbage. What can we do? What can we do? How many hit points does she have? Too many. Let's see. It's daytime. That's unfortunate. You know what, Amber? You live another day. My mercy is a weakness, to be sure. And for fun, Jack Harder. And what else am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do to annoy people? There we go. Nope, that's not going to happen. All right. I'm going to end my turn. Ba-doot. That's what I think about that microphone. Yes, attack the squirrel. Hit me. I'm poofy and adorable. You're a bunny. You can't step to this. You know exactly. I mean, look at you. Look at you with your umbrella. I have a sword that is made like an acorn. You can't stop me. I'm going to dodge, and I'm going to avoid you, and I'm going to get away, and it's going to be hilarious. Okay, your piercing stuff sucks. I'm going to take your things. Everyone has garbage. Garbage cards all over the place. Just garbage cards. I think I've pulled the same... Yeah, Allies Pact. I've pulled that twice now from somebody that I've defeated. Defeated, I say. It really more like ran away from.
Not until
Oh, a dog that turned traitor. Actually, I think that's the Badger. The Badger is a former guard. I don't know why I can't remember his name. He's a very cool looking character. I like his power. Like, guards will actually not attack him if he doesn't have a bounty on him. Alright, so it's Twist's turn. Not sure how well this is going to go. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, it's the right time for Moonbite. And while you're reeling from Moonbite, Axe to Face! Yes, how does it feel, Griot? Axe to the back of head. No. Why did you teleport me? I'm over here now. This game hates me. I only have 1 hit point. I can't even walk into the swamps. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Okay, I guess I'll go to the mountains, because at least they get some defense there. It's the end of my turn. You know, yes, Kitharine, I do like twists, but unfortunately, tonight I am absolute garbage. It's been a while since I've played twists as well, but welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. We're pretty near the end of this game. I'm definitely getting my tail kicked. Yeah, it's going to be Amber by tomorrow.
This should be interesting.
I was kind of hoping I could go for a Spirit Stone. Like, that's kind of my backup is usually if I could get a Spirit Stone win. But, that is pretty much out of reach by now. Okay, cool. I just keep on... Ooh. Baneblade, that's right. I can get a Spirit Stone. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're getting the Baneblade. I want power. I'm an angry little squirrel now. Put it up. Kill this thing. I'm angry. Yes, the Baneblade knows all. Unfortunately. Oh, wow. This is not gonna go well. I mean, every time I see the Baneblade, I'm just like, you know what, I should just go with it. It's just the Baneblade. And typically, it always shows up when I'm having a terrible game. Oh, God, come on. I have a tendency to not die far from home. Come on, camera, follow. Oh, cool. They're both dead. Hargrave, though. Hargrave has been steadily building a nasty, nasty defense. You would think that with his increasing drops, the king would die faster. Oh, wow. I don't say it often, but well done, Hargrave. Yep. I figured, you know, it's right next to me. I might as well get it. I am a rock creature, though, so... Those circles kill me instantly. Not so instantly that I couldn't grab it shiny. So interesting. I thought Hargrave was going to nail that. Can she survive? Nope.
Yes,
I think that's in his backstory, actually.
Nicely.
There were a bunch of novellas that were released as free DLC for all the different characters, and I didn't get a chance to read through the King. Not yet, anyway. And I believe it has his fall kind of in there. I do love the little touch of when Settlement is terrorized by Bane, that you can hear the people like running and screaming in terror. Not that that in itself is a good thing, but you know, it's a nice little attention to detail. Give me a moon. No. Give me a moon. Saw it. Well, I don't have any friends, so... There we go, liberated a town. How nice is that? At this point, I'm pretty much just going for the Good Try award. Hey, Corvus, have a good night. Catch you next time. Have a good one. Sleep well. Follow. Supposed to be following. Wink, wink. Get eaten, rat. Oh, wow. Well played.
Under the night sky, they arise.
Oh, look, it's the next spirit stone that I need, and it's all the way across the board. Next to my quest. Remember when I had quests? Oh, man. Sad, sad. Veins everywhere. Come the morning, I believe Amber will be the new king of Armello. Twist is not doing it. Oops. Moving the wrong screen. Zoop. Alright. Ooh, speaking of Amber. Let's see, is there anything I can do to annoy you? Probably. Go. Can't say that. I think immunity to rot would be a very, very powerful ability. Kind of takes away one of the core mechanics. Eat it, Amber. Eat my acorn sword. Somebody do it. Aw. Okay, got magic. Into the mountain. Because that's what I do. Let's see, is Hargrave going to take this? It'll be very interesting if he does. I don't think this is going to go Hargrave's way. Hate to say it. Nope. Nope. There's no way. Oof. Good defense, I would say. Kiwi bird and a plague doctor. Yeah, that'd be an interesting character. Oh, probably Amber. Ba-ba-ba. Jerk bunny. Yeah, you have an umbrella. We're not impressed. Oy vey. Prestige leader, and she had 4 spirit stones. Ready to go. Okay, you know what? If we're going by prestige, I'm in 2nd place. That's pretty dang good, so I'm going to take it. That dang rabbit. Alright, well, I think I get some experience for twist. Not much, but I still get some. Right. Oh, Armello. Step back. Alright. Zoop. Well, let's get to the meat of tonight's game. We're going to go back into what is becoming a very sweet game for me. I very much like it. And we'll be going back into the fantastic game of Tunic. Yes, Black Box is champing at the bit for some more Tunic action. And I just think he's flipping adorable, so there's that. Okay, and that is just our mellow. So can we get do-do-do? There we go. Okay. Keep the tune. Shield up. Hey, thanks, Catherine. Hope to see you again. We're always here Mondays and Thursdays, so feel free to stop on by. It's nice to have you. Oops, I didn't mean to cut down that sign. Whoopsie-doo. Okay, so if I remember correctly, yeah, trying to get to the tomb. I think the Forbidden Pass is just really, really strong right now, so I can't really do much about that. Dark Tomb, how am I going to get to you? There has to be a little path here somewhere. Let's check it out. It's just north of us. Okay, let's see. No, that's okay, Black Fox. I appreciate it, but I'm going to try to find it myself. So. Thank you, though. That is very kind of you. All right. That well does nothing. Let's take a look at the old house. There's got to be something that I'm missing here. There's this little spot. And I think this went to that weird altar room, didn't it? Oh, there's a switch here. I didn't even see that switch the first time. Well, I feel silly. And away we go. Okay. Am I real, just checking here, but I feel like I'm blowing out my audio. Okay, no, doesn't look like I am. All right. Well, back to Tunic. Tunic opened the secret door, not knowing what would be on the other side. In fact, he didn't know when anything was going on here. He was still having a good time nonetheless. Tunic reappeared near the waterfall, finding it to be a refreshing change from being near death. There's a treasure chest and everything. Wow, that's just coming up Tunic. That looks like a tooth. Is that a tooth? Let's take a look. That looks like a tooth of some kind. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. Question marks. Oh, no. Oh, this way. There we go. All right. Swipe. Okay. Oh. Skull bats. Stand no chance against Tunic Fox Hero. That's right. Swap. Ooh. I already love that. That is awesome. This is that spot I couldn't get to. That was when I was going to the Forbidden Path. Alright. Treasure for me. Ooh, that looks like a pepper. Make a tasty sandwich. Ooh, hello, sir. Or ma'am. I mean, that armor kind of hides everything. Get that piece of the instruction manual. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, my butt! My tiny little fox butt. Help. Excuse me, Mr. Turret. I just want the treasure. Thank you very much. Leave me alone. Oh. Oh, that's cheap. Okay, I'm gonna super call shenanigans on that, because come on, why is it able to shoot me during my treasure opening animation? That makes me a sad little hero. Okay, let's see. How can I get to the well? So we know how to get into the tomb. The well looks like that's there. I guess I should try going back to that spot, seeing if I can. Seeing if I can't find another route. Wish there was a little chimney or something I could hop down. Casual little strut. I love how Tycho from Penny Arcade was saying, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's wrong with Tunic. First and foremost, I have nowhere to buy a 3-foot-tall replica of the fox that I can snuggle at all times. It's like, you know what? Completely agree. Completely agree. Although I did see that I think Fangamer did it. Oh, look at that. It's right next to where I start. Neat. Okay. That's handy. That's pretty cool. I love how everything is so hidden. Right in plain sight. And neat. Taste the blade of Tunic. As I scurry with purpose. Begone, foul. creature. Yeah, struck down. Right. You are guarding an empty chest, fool. I've already absconded with your treasure. Oh, you slapped me. I dislike that. I like to think that's Tunic's actual voice. And he narrates for himself. Ow! Dingus McGee? Slap, slap, slap. Tunic saw his adversary on the bridge below. He hawked a wicked loogie at him and ran. There's my body. Yeah, my body. Powerful. Okay, there's the turret. Don't hit the turret. You guys need to respect my animation cycle here. You need to. That's really not cool. There we go. There's my cute little bridge. That was adorable. I love it. Ooh. Instruction thing. Oh, so that tooth raises my attack. Cool. I'll have to hang on to it then. We're just hitting all the Dark Soulsian shortcuts here. I'm gonna get some more life. Hello, Fox Mom. Oh, so fast. So fast. Doot, 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 doot. Beneath the well. Tunic listened. Beyond the sounds of rushing water, he could hear the sounds of creatures scurrying in the dark. Brave himself, ready to soar. Okay, hello, adorable octopus. I'm really sorry I had to kill you. Oh, wow, not sorry now. You a ass. Tunic was not very fond of the octopus that exploded. It was rude. It's just such a violent explosion. Oh, look at me wading in the water. Oh my god. So cute. This game. I'm on this grand adventure, and it's just, I'm fawning over everything the freaking character does. A thing. A little plum or something. That's adorable. I love how video games have taught me that there is always something behind the waterfall. Little tails up. I love it. Oh my god. I'm just absolutely in love with this game. Can I open my inventory? Sure, I can do that. There you go. I've got a little doll of me. I've got a plum. Got some peppers. I've got a little me head. I got a tooth. I got some powder and a thing. And some other stuff. Yep. Oh, there we go. Oh, another statue. Hey, hello, Fox Mom. That means there's something terrible near here. Alright. Ooh, instruction. Peace. Whoa! Oh, cool. That's under the wells. That's cool. Interesting. Okay, and this is a whole other area. Cool. Empty space? Okay. I have, yeah, those little cards that I found. I have a potion card, and I have a heart card. I'm assuming they do something for me. I'm sure that heart card probably... Oh, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. No. It must empower my potions or something. unfortunate. Okay. Ba-do-doo-doo. This is a neat zone. I like this. Is there anything? Oh, there's a little drawbridge on the other side. Alright, octopus. Derp, derp, derp. Okay, nope, 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 nope. Alright. What? That's sad. That's sad. Don't do that. I zoned that enemy. They shouldn't have been able to come through the door and follow me. That's silly. That's a big silly. Oh boy, you guys are just pushing my buttons. Yeah. That's what you get, pig. Huh. I can't use my potion. Weird. Or maybe it's a stamina potion now. I really don't like these octopus. Oh, that was dumb. I didn't want to do that. Okay. We have a solid strategy for dealing with them. Oh, of course. Of course there would be one of you down here. No, 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 no. Not what I'm looking for. Good grief. Guess I can try using my bombs on that thing again. Everything explodes down here. I'm beginning to think this subterranean layer isn't very friendly. I bet you explode. I'm shocked. Oh, cool. Open up that little shortcut. Tunic lowered the drawbridge, knowing that later, after he had died again inadvertently, he would be able to return faster. Tunic did not like the octopi. They were disturbing, to say the least. I already foresee them being like the solution to a puzzle of some kind. Crap, 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 crap. I'm completely out of potions. Can't see anything here. Oh, door. I'd love it if I could find like a heart or something. Oh god. I keep hitting the wrong button. Darn it. Darn, 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 darn. Love this game. Love this game, but hoo-wee. Yeah, he's gonna put you through the ringer. Oh, that's right. I have to start there. Or in the other. Oh no. I fell off. Oh, but there's always something behind the waterfall. $30. That's nice. Can I escape? Or do I have to go down this way? I guess I have to go this way. That's another shortcut. Should try to get that open. His walk animation is one of just the sweetest. Like I don't know how to describe how much I like his animation. They're just great. They're just great. I think whenever you have a character that basic movement for them inspires joy, I think you've done it right. I think you've made it a very positive character. And he follows a lot of interesting rules of design too. Even from just going from a comic perspective, he has a very simple silhouette, very simple shapes, which of course being rounded off like that just makes him cuter. These might be doors. They are not doors. There is a door up there. But yeah, no, I mean he is. I think one of my favorite designs I've seen in a long time. And of course I'm biased because I like Fox in general, but I don't know what it is. He simultaneously fits and doesn't fit in this world. And I think it's just so fascinating. Yay, my most of me. Oh, you have a shield, that's right. You guys all have shields. Or they were just giving away shields today? I'll go down to Crazy Eddie's Discount Shield Warehouse, where no one can protect you from our low prices. Yeah, one of them did drop a heart. I didn't even know that was a mechanic. I was kind of the opinion the only thing that could heal me was my potions. That's a pleasant little doodah, isn't it? I've never seen... Oh, see? There you go. There's another one. Neat. Oh. Can I go? Like how he jumps into the water. More bunnies. Oh. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Not... No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Uh-uh. I've seen enough anime to know where this is going. Away from the tentacle beast. There's a little treasure chest over there, too. A waterfall. There has to be something behind it. Who could it be? Treasure. Oh, so the card does it. Okay. Honestly, I think it's a really good card to have. I mean, yeesh. Not having it is difficult. When you run out of potions so quickly. Another treasure chest. A tiny fox doll. I love it. And money. Skull axe. Take you down in the name of the Fox Empire. I am probably a prince or something, and I will stop you with my apparently royal sword that I totally found in a graveyard. I mean, didn't find in a graveyard, and of course there's a million of you. Can I just say, loving the fact that they occasionally drop hearts. A bottle of things. I actually kind of want to go and get the Tunic soundtrack. It is... I don't know, this is just nice. I could sit and chill with this. I don't remember where I got that card either. tunic very quietly went away from the guard. A lantern! Now I can go in dark spots. Oh my god, look at the lighting. Oh, that's so cool. Ambient occlusion. Wow. Oh, that's so cute. And pretty, but... Oh, wow. It's so incredible to me that something as simple as a light source changes the game in such a way. Also kind of looks like he's ascending the steps of Khazad-dûm, finding all of his people killed by the Balrog, the orcs, the goblins. I don't have a light source, so you can't see me. Hiya! Owie! My skin! My most of me! Give me a sec to drink my Kool-Aid, man. Oh, owie. Ooh, owie. That was not a happy little moment we had right there. That was a little rough patch. You need to chill out, sir. Ooh, thank you for the heart, though. Yoink. Another switch. Neat. Oh, statue. Good. I was running out of potion. Hello, Foxmom. Another instruction booklet page. Beneath the earth. Cool. These maps are neat. I would really love to have a printed version of that instruction manual. It's so cool. I love old instruction manuals. Some of them had so much style and so much artwork. My little lantern is just so strong. Oh, this is the tomb. Cool. Well, I'm here. La la da 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 da. I'm in the tomb. Me dee dee dee. Dark tomb. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Ooh. Shadows are so cool here. They're annoying, but they're so cool. This is the kind of aesthetic that I feel modern role-playing games don't do very well. You don't know what's out hiding in the dark. And I think that this aesthetic is so rare now. Everyone likes to feel safe. Everyone likes to feel like, oh, well, we can escape. It's easy, you know, we can see the door. And I just love the fact that this little shaft of light pointing at this treasure chest is all you have. What are you? Okay, you're a skeleton. But you're a fox skeleton. At least you think you are. Are these forgotten warriors protecting the tomb from invaders? Vagabonds, brigands, slain of many traps, dangers of this tomb. But yeah, this aesthetic is incredible. I mean, you're just hearing the sound of creatures in the dark. You don't see them. You don't have dark vision. You don't have any kind of special magic keeping you alive and keeping you informed. You are guessing. You are out in the dark. I mean, just this picture alone, this little image of this little fox guy just standing here with his little light. I just think it's so brave. It's such a a moving little moment. Oh, one of the skulls is lit now. I'm assuming if I light all of these skulls, something good or terrible will happen. I got the sweaties. I mean, I love the fact that the lantern also has a color. You know, it's not like I can see his fur in perfect orange. Cool. Secrets revealed. And is that treasure chest just a red herring? Oh, nope. Nope. Now I can ascend the stairs. I don't want to fall down. No, can't fall down. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, it's another card. That's cool. I bet you that makes my sword stronger. Haven't run into a whole lot of hearts yet. Just drink my potion and then equip my new card here. Into the depths we go. It's hard to have any kind of dramatic effect when he goes down the ladder like this is beautiful. This aesthetic is so rare and so, I hate to say that it's rare, but this is what a dungeon crawl is. Taking your lantern into the forgotten places of the earth. Scouring it for treasure. Defending yourself from monsters. Tomb guardians. More bombs. Very helpful. And always not knowing what's around the corner. That's the other aspect of it that I think is so timeless. It's so, I don't know, inspiring. Oh, cool. I backed him into a trap. Broken crap. What? Oh, cool. I wondered if the I wondered if there was a mechanic for making a potion or getting more potions, or if you just found a potion. That's so cool. I had no idea that's what those were for. And again, it's what this game doesn't tell you that I think is great, because there's so much more exploration and experimentation, trying. And I think there's some joy in it. There's some joy in trying to find the solution yourself, trying to get through the dungeon. Hello. Oh, okay, you just weren't activated. I thought you were going to talk to me. Oh, that'd be a fascinating encounter now, wouldn't it? Another little door here. That's cool. I like that they actually took the trouble to give you that little demo. Ooh. Oh, goodness. That didn't work out well for me. Good thing Foxmont's right here. Yeah, okay, wait. There we are. Back in the dark tomb. And away I go. You. He's such a chipper little thing. I think it's one of my favorite things about him. He's very, very chipper. And yeah. This is under the well, and this is the dark tomb. Okay. So, oh, nice. It actually shows where I am. That's so nice. Okay, so we can go down the tomb. think I was here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was going the right way. Cool. Right. There are skelemen here. Skelefoxes. What fate brought you to this dungeon, I wonder? Same fate that I share with you? Were you also the hero once? Destined to save this land? Or were you just another unfortunate soul? Caught in the great, desperate gravity of events. Because they won't tell me. Oh, goodness, keep touching the mic. I can't express really how much I appreciate the way this looks and the way this feels. I think having a hint of what is out there, just a little inkling of an idea, glowing eyes in the dark, like even that, I think is just fantastic. Just a beautiful, beautiful homage to this particular genre. That's 10 out of 10. That's lovely. Okay, so you can destroy these, huh? All right. They really go up, don't they? Are they little oh my god, they look like little dinosaurs. That's awesome. Oh, hello. Oh, we're going a little Mission Impossible on this, are we? Okay. Drink up some of them potes. Okay. Drank a potion. Something I appreciate too is the something I appreciate too is the music being so subdued and quiet, and that singular beat kind of gives you that heartbeat effect. Here you are, deep underground, thousands of tons of rock above you, scurrying around in the dark, can barely see 5 feet ahead of you. It's like you don't need some triumphant, enormous Lord of the Rings fanfare. I mean, it should be quiet. It should be almost haunting. For a game as cute as this one, it really understands atmosphere. I will say that. I talk like I know what I'm saying, but this game definitely understands its own atmosphere, and I think that that is a huge benefit to the player. It makes me love this world even more, I guess, because the world takes itself seriously. It's very easy to take a fantasy world and make it silly. And there's nothing wrong with that inherently, but to take something as cute and beautiful as this game, and to show its dark side, and to show its fear, I don't know, there's something so beautiful about that. And even that, this little skeleton watching me, waiting to fulfill his orders, probably to protect this room at all costs. With that sword, I mean, he's not going to have a hard time with it. I'm just adoring the music. It's simultaneously scary, haunting, and it is adventurous too. You know, you're braving the dark. Your little light is the only thing. I don't know. It's very touching. I said it's hard to portray it in real words, but oof. It's like a truck. That was just bad aim. Rest well, skeleton warrior. You were a fine adversary. They do look like those spiky enemies that we saw on the surface. Fox iconography. I like that you can't see everything. It just makes it more mysterious. Oh, a coin. God, this is pretty. This is just so pretty. Oh, I see. Multiple laser trip. Yay, another hat of me. You can never have too many hats of yourself. That wasn't too bad, he said so far. Oh, a switch. Very cool. I really love this. Oh. Like that, the mystery of the dungeon is shattered by the bright light. What lies beyond? Even the light is terrifying. Down here. Generator. That big generator thingy clearly has some kind of a circuit going throughout the land. Ooh, another statue. Very cute. What an adventure. Oh wow, that Tomb of Darkness was awesome. How cool, how special. Oh, the West Garden. We wanted to go this way anyway. All right. Wow. I mean, I really wish I could tell the developer how much that meant to me. That was such a cool experience. I hope there's more of that because that was awesome. That was really, really cool. Well, here we are in the West Garden. Wonder what kind of new foes we'll meet here. Already love the music. The ethereal nature of the music kind of reminds me of the latter levels of most of the Etrian Odyssey games. Those are excellent first-person dungeon crawlers. Oh, I could get lost here easy, I bet. This looks like a fallen fox metropolis of some kind. Hello, Fox Mom. Ah, this has been very refreshing. This has been very nice. I really enjoyed that last section a lot. I can't sound more like a douchebag about it, but I really did like it. Just from so many different perspectives. And this land is adorable. Oh. Hello. Oh, oh goodness. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Leave me alone. Goodness. This place almost feels elvish. Oh, you see the submerged pathway here. There's got to be something fun here. Yeah, what do we got here? Ooh, a treasure chest. With monies. That loot's money. We have to wonder who laid these planks down. Oh, hi. You look cool, but I'm assuming that you're gonna kill me. Yeah, definitely looks like it. I like how he's got his little juice bottle. He just kind of keeps it with him. Oh, cool. Shortcut. Ooh, a blueberry. One blueberry. A whole treasure chest for a blueberry. What is this? Elder Scrolls? Wow, this is so cool. I'm so glad I'm in this spot. This is really cool. I'm just mesmerized by this game. It's so pretty and it's so fun. I wonder if I go up to that dais if there's like a fox statue up there, because that kind of seems like it's a hub area. Here lies the hero. Oh. Hello, hero. Oh, like the statue looking on. Both of them. Oh, it's pretty. This world had so much going on. Just very interesting. In any case, I believe this is where I'll leave it for now. I'm having a wonderful time with Tunic. More than I thought I would. This has been a very good night for this particular session. So, wow. That was cool. I really liked that. Yeah, sorry if I'm waxing philosophical about dungeons, but what a cool moment. In any case, I want to thank all of you for watching. I hope you're having a great time with it. And you can always join our Discord if you'd like to suggest games or just talk or anything like that. You're always welcome. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty laid back here, so I hope you enjoy. Hope you're having a good time with this. I certainly am. And in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I will see you next time. I'll be on Thursday. So have a great night, everybody. Bye bye.